Spinosaurus, the sail-back predator of the Cretaceous, has captured imaginations for over a century. With its crocodile-like jaws, conical teeth, and the towering sail of bone rising from its back, it was a creature that seemed half crocodile, half dragon, and entirely unique among the dinosaurs. For decades, this enigmatic hunter stood at the center of scientific controversy. Was it the largest predator ever to walk the earth? Did it stalk rivers as a fisherman rather than stalk plains as a classic carnivore? And what purpose did that giant sail serve? Thanks to new fossils, including a partially preserved spinal column, Spinosaurus has emerged from the shadows of speculation and into the spotlight of modern paleontology. The story begins in Egypt during the early 900s, when German paleontologist Ernst Stromer led expeditions into the Bahariya oasis. At the time, little was known of North Africa's dinosaur fauna. Stromer's discoveries promised to change that forever. His team uncovered fossil remains that were unlike any predatory dinosaur ever seen. The teeth were long, straight, and conical, ideal for catching slippery prey. The snout was elongated like that of a crocodile, and the vertebrae bore tall neural spines, some rising nearly 2 meters above the backbone. Stromer recognized he had found something extraordinary. In 1915, he named this bizarre new animal Spinosaurus aegyptiacus, the spine lizard of Egypt. He drew careful sketches and detailed notes, but the fossils themselves were shipped to Munich for safekeeping. Fate, however, was cruel. During World War II, in 1944, an Allied bombing raid destroyed the Munich Museum, and with it Stromer's irreplaceable fossils. All that remained were his meticulous drawings and a few photographs. For more than 50 years, Spinosaurus was a phantom real in name and memory, but absent in physical evidence. Scientists debated its form endlessly. Some imagined it as a carnivore similar to Allosaurus or T. rex, but with a strange sail on its back. Others wondered if Stromer had overestimated the size of the spines, without bones to examine. Spinosaurus became a legend of paleontology, a lost monster from the deserts of Egypt. Despite this tragic loss, Stromer's records were invaluable. They described a predator possibly exceeding 15 meters in length, longer than Tyrannosaurus rex. Its head alone may have stretched nearly 2 meters, packed with over 60 straight teeth. Unlike the blade-like dentition of other theropods, Spinosaurus's teeth suggested a diet focused on fish. Its arms were robust, with claws capable of hooking prey. And then there was the sail, that massive fan of bone whose function remained elusive for decades. This image, half reality, half guesswork, was all the world had of Spinosaurus. Then, in the late 20th century, hope returned. Fossils began emerging from Morocco, sites that were once lush river systems of the Cretaceous. Locals found bones weathering from the rocks, and paleontologists confirmed they belonged to Spinosaurus and its relatives. In the 1990s and 2000s, fragments of skull, jaw, and vertebrae resurfaced. Finally, in the 2010s, a breakthrough came. A partial skeleton, including sections of the spinal column, gave scientists their first true glimpse of Stromer's phantom since 1944. The tall neural spines were real, as he had drawn them, forming a sail that could rise more than 6 feet high. These bones, preserved for over 95 million years in the riverbeds of North Africa, became the cornerstone of modern Spinosaurus research. The discovery of a preserved spinal column reignited old debates. What was the sail for? Some argued it functioned as a thermal regulator, like a biological radiator that absorbed heat in cool mornings and shed it during hot afternoons. Others believed it was primarily for display, a towering flag to attract mates or intimidate rivals. A predator walking along a riverbank with a massive sail would have been a sight to behold. Another camp suggested the sail was more like a camel's hump, storing fat and energy reserves. Each hypothesis carried merit, and none could be entirely ruled out. The sail remains one of the most distinctive yet puzzling adaptations in the history of dinosaurs. As more fossils came to light, a new picture of Spinosaurus began to form. Its proportions were unlike any other theropod. The hind legs were short, stunted compared to those of T. rex or Giganotosaurus. The pelvis was small. Its tail, recently reconstructed from new fossils, was tall, flexible, and paddle-like, suggesting it could propel itself through water. Even the density of its bones was greater than that of land-based dinosaurs, giving it ballast in aquatic environments. Combined with its crocodile-like jaws, these traits pointed to an astonishing conclusion. Spinosaurus was not primarily a land hunter. It was a semi-aquatic predator, the first dinosaur known to have lived and hunted extensively in water. This revelation shook paleontology. Dinosaurs had always been imagined as land dwellers. While some waded in swamps or fed near rivers, none were thought to have been aquatic hunters. Spinosaurus changed that. Evidence now suggested it patrolled rivers like a reptilian crocodile, hunting giant fish such as Onchopristis, a sawfish over 7 meters long, and coelacanths like Mausonia. Fossil stomach contents even included fish scales, confirming its aquatic diet. Its limbs may have allowed it to paddle or walk in shallow water, while its long tail powered it through deeper channels. It was a river monster, dominating ecosystems that teemed with life 95 million years ago. Yet the debates were far from over. Could such a massive animal truly swim well enough to survive? Some scientists doubted its aquatic efficiency, pointing out that the sail would have created drag and the body proportions were awkward. Others countered with biomechanical models showing the tail could generate strong propulsion. There were also questions about locomotion on land. With such short hind legs, could Spinosaurus walk upright like other theropods, or did it sometimes drop to all fours? Reconstructions have varied wildly. Some show a towering biped with a sail, others a squat quadruped stalking the shallows. Each new fossil forces scientists to reconsider previous assumptions. Size, too, remains contested. Early estimates stretched Spinosaurus to 18 meters, though more conservative reconstructions suggest around 15 meters. Either way, it was likely the longest predatory dinosaur ever discovered. This gave it an aura of dominance in popular culture. When Jurassic Park 3 debuted in 2001, Spinosaurus was presented as the ultimate predator, even killing a Tyrannosaurus rex in a dramatic fight. Paleontologists criticized the scene for scientific inaccuracy, but audiences were captivated. Overnight, Spinosaurus became a superstar, rivaling T. rex in fame. For many fans, the image of a sail-backed monster clashing with the tyrant lizard king became iconic, cementing Spinosaurus as both real and mythical. Behind the pop culture, however, lies the reality of its ecosystem. North Africa, during the mid-Cretaceous, was a land of rivers, lakes, and vast floodplains. Spinosaurus shared this environment with other predators such as Carcharodontosaurus and massive crocodilians like Sarcosuchus. It was a dangerous neighborhood, but Spinosaurus's unique adaptations gave it a niche master of the waterways. While other predators battled over land prey, Spinosaurus hunted fish and aquatic reptiles, avoiding direct competition. Its sail may have even helped it blend with riverbank vegetation, breaking up its outline as it stalked. Evolution had shaped it into something new, a predator that straddled two worlds, land and water. The rediscovery of its preserved spinal column was more than just a fossil find. It symbolized the revival of a dinosaur lost to war and time. Stromer's original bones, destroyed in Munich, had robbed science of vital knowledge. Decades later, the deserts of Morocco returned the favor, yielding bones that validated Stromer's vision. The tall vertebrae confirmed Spinosaurus as truly unique, not an exaggeration or mistake. This recovery is a reminder that paleontology is a field of patience and perseverance. Sometimes the answers vanish, only to reappear generations later. As technology advances, our understanding grows richer. CT scans reveal internal bone density. Digital models test swimming and walking gaits. 3D reconstructions allow scientists to simulate how Spinosaurus may have moved and hunted. Each advancement raises new questions. Could the sail have helped stabilize the animal in water, like a keel on a boat? Did the short legs hinder it on land, forcing it to stay near rivers? How brightly colored might the sail have been? The more we learn, the more Spinosaurus pushes the boundaries of what we thought dinosaurs could be. In the end, Spinosaurus embodies the ever-changing nature of science. It was discovered, lost, rediscovered, and reinterpreted. It has been drawn as a giant lizard, a lumbering quadruped, and a sleek aquatic hunter. Its sail has been imagined as heater, banner, hump, and stabilizer. Through every change, it has remained an icon of the strange diversity of the dinosaur world. The preserved spinal column is not just a set of bones, it is the spine of a story that spans 100 million years, a war-torn century, and a scientific revolution. Spinosaurus was more than a predator. It was a river giant, a sail-backed enigma, and a reminder that even the most famous dinosaurs still hold secrets waiting to be uncovered. Today, when we imagine Spinosaurus, we see more than a monster from a movie. We see a creature shaped by evolution to master its watery kingdom.